How we doing today, TikTok? Had some questions on that chisel plow video I put out yesterday. Just getting ready to finish up this field. I'll try and get a little footage of what kind of job it did. This area that I'm standing in here was where I first started, and it was a little wet, so wetter than everything else, and there's a little clay down here, so a little chunkier than what I'd like in this area, but for the most part it worked up pretty good. Incorporated the residue pretty well, so I'll try and get me some footage of the actual field. So that's all worked out there. And then you can see the ends down here where I don't have it done yet, but if you see here, looking down, did a pretty good job of cutting those corn stalks up and getting them incorporated into the soil, so hopefully in the spring they'll be broke down a little bit more than just laying on top. Soil will be opened up, and it'll dry out a little bit quicker, and hopefully we can get a little bit earlier beans in. It's pretty proven now in a lot of studies that the earlier beans with today's varieties tend to yield a little bit better. They catch more of the rains, so we'll see. I mean, this year can't complain. Beans did 64, 65 bushel overall, but yeah, I can't complain about yields this year for sure. But you know, always striving to do a little bit better, put a little bit more money back in the pocket, try and build on the operation. Big change this year is, you know, I've never had anything that I could work chisel plow stalks with or work them in the fall. That you know, when I started, I had an old Danish tine field cultivator. It was, you know, standard shanks, they weren't high clearance. I had an old International 6000 chisel plow that was not high clearance. It would clog up in corn stalks. So, you know, I tried it one year, and what I ended up doing was I had to disc them down and then run the chisel plow across it in the fall, and then in the spring I had to run the disc across it again and then run the field cultivator across it twice. I mean, that's just burning fuel, you know, waste of money. So bought a 750 John Deere grain drill a couple years ago, upgraded from an old Great Plains, and you know, ever since then just been running right into them. Even the Great Plains I did, and it took a lot of work to get that thing to go in the ground with some of the clay that we got, but that 750 does a good job. A little behind the times is a lot of these bigger guys out here, but I've only been farming on my own since 2015, so I'll just, you know, one thing at a time, learning a lot. So, but we'll see how it does this year. So hopefully that answers some of your questions. Until next time, you guys just keep her under 100 and stay safe out there.